Hi everyone, welcome to Connective Technologies. Today I'm going to explain one more important concept. Once we got a job in an Oracle Fusion as a finance functional consultant, so if you are going to work for a multiple customers, okay, so you will be placed in a different kinds of projects. So here we have a different kinds of projects like implementation project, support project, rollout project, enhancement project, and testing project. So, like in every customer and every client, whenever we are going to work, we have a different types of projects we have. Once we got the job, we will go and place in this any kind of one project. Okay. So today I'm going to explain this, what it will happen in each project level that I'm going to explain in detail. Let's go and have a look on it. Okay. So the very first we can see for a implementation project. So here let's see as an example we are taking John Deere. So John Deere tractors. So he is then a client. So present current ERP. So let's assume they are using a PeopleSoft. Okay, they are using the PeopleSoft. Duration would be from 2010 to 3 2024 till they are using the PeopleSoft only. So their head office is there in US. Now from Fusion 2025 onwards, they want to use this Oracle Fusion as their current ERP. I mean to say they are going to implement the Oracle Fusion financials for their business from 2025 onwards. Let's assume we are in a current year of January 2024, somewhere else in the December itself. You can just assume it. So now in this case, if or else you can assume in a current year also no problem to 2025. So now in 2025 onwards, they are going to use Oracle Fusion, right? So in this case, let's assume this particular project which is going for a Infosys. So Infosys is a provider like so he's an authorized dealers for a Oracle. So he's an we can able to implement the partner company we can say. So we can able to implement the Oracle Fusion for any customer. So in this case, the consulting company is Infosys. Infosys is going to implement this respective project Fusion Cloud Financials for the January. In this case, so the very first in the implementation project, what it will happen? So we have to do the end-to-end implement for this customer. The duration would be minimum 1 year. So just assume it depends on the volume of data, volume of the entities, and it will be vary from the client to client, customer to customer. It will take even 2 years, 2.5 years also. If it's in a global customer, they have in the almost across the globe operations they have. It will take even 2 years of 2 years also for any customer. Now, so the very first in the implementation project, okay. So what it will happen? First, we have to start the requirement gathering from the John Deere Automotive. So that means their existing business process, what are the transactional activities they are following, they will share the SOP documents, like PeopleSoft related SOP document, they will share with us. So by reviewing that PeopleSoft document from the existing business process, like let's say that we can say it's a as is process. So now the we have to prepare the to be process. To be process is the we have to map it to our Oracle Fusion Financials. In this case, we have to do the for a John Deere, we have to do the requirement gathering. So that we implement for a first home country. So if you see here, John Deere, it will be there in US. So most of the operations it will happen from the within US only. So that is the reason why the very first they will implement for US country, because most of the operations it will handle from the our head office. That is the reason why they will do the implementation for head office only. Any client, any customer, if you take, first they will implement for head office, then after that only they will implement for the remaining regions, remaining countries. Now, in this case, we have to do this, start doing the requirement gathering. So, requirement gathering means by seeing upon their existing business process in the PeopleSoft, how they are booking the transactions, how they are making the payment, what is the mode of payment they are doing the suppliers and receiving the amount from customers, and how many bank accounts they have, what is their supplier count, what is the invoice count, there are a lot of requirements it will come into the picture. That questionnaire sheet we have to prepare, that we will give it to the respective business users in the kickoff call or also after kickoff call. So based on that, we will perform the design. So based on that requirement gathering questions which we given, the client side all the business users, so they will give the answers to that required questions. Based on that questions, we will start doing the designing, build and performing the setup configuration in the application. So here design means, so what are the questions which we take, based on that we have to prepare the solution design documents, and we have to map that design to the our particular application by doing the configuration. Then based on that we'll do the testing and we prepare the documentation. So and after that the main thing would be CRP preparation. So CRP means it's a conference room pilot. So what are the requirements they given to us, that we set up, that we configured in our application and we internal testing. And after that we will go and show, we can demonstrate to the client side business users. Client side business users, we have to do it. In this case, what it will happen, what are the queries, what are the doubts they have, right? So they given a questionnaire to with us. Based on that questionnaire, again they will ask whether that required requirement whether we did or not. If we did some way they will not satisfy, again they will give another new requirement in the CRP session. Again we may get new requirement points also in the CRP session, that we have a chance to get the new requirement, and at the same time they will suggest naming convention, some other new requirement related stuff, and we can get in the CRP1 session. So then after that CRP1 is completed, so then again we have a 1 month time to do the CRP2. What are the additional requirements, again they proposed, they given in the CRP1 session, that we have to work on it. Then the same functionalities, the additional requirement we can showcase in the, I mean, say we can demonstrate in the CRP2 session. So if we couldn't able to perform any respective requirements in the CRP1, CRP2, so that we have an options to complete that requirement related configuration testing and either integration part or some many custom report or customization by the time of SIT or else UAT. Okay, so if you couldn't able to done by CRP1, CRP2, yes, we have an options to do that respective requirement based on the time frame by completing the SIT and UAT. Okay, now we completed CRP session successfully. Then after that, we have to do the all additional requirement based on the CRP1, CRP2. Then based on that, we can set up our application. Then accordingly, we can prepare the test cases. So we can prepare the test scenarios or test cases, or as few customers they will call it as a business processes. So that we can do the internal testing, and based on that the same configuration we will move to the UAT instance. Then after that, that UAT instance credentials we will give it to the business users. They will test themselves. So what are the scenarios which they propose in the CRP1, CRP2? The same test scenarios we will give it to the business users. They will test themselves automatically by doing the invoice creation, payment creation, integrations, anything, what requirement they given. So each and every scenario they will set up and they will test it. So in this case, that test results they may track in any particular ticketing tool like Jira or a ServiceNow or a Zoho Bug Tracker. So each test cases they will prepare in a test labs like HPALM also we can use it. Okay. So then after that, what it will happen, once the UAT is completed, business users are happy with the test results. Then what these guys will do, they will provide the UAT sign off with us. Then after that, client side all heads. Here we have a go no go call. It will conduct by the client side business team along with the all business users, the guys who performed, right? With those people, they will conduct the go no go call. So here in the go no go call, sometimes they will call it as steering committee, they will call it. So with this steer committee or a go no go call, who are all there in that meeting, so company head office, the guys who are working, all top level heads like CFO, CIO, CEO if it is in a small organization, so director, and chartered accounts, company chartered accounts, and financial advisory team. They may take a few companies, some advisory consulting team like Deloitte or PwC. From there they will hire few of them until completion of the project, whether the consulting company correctly they are doing the implementation, so the structure is correct or not. To validate, to get the suggestion from the top audit companies, they will hire the few uh, advisory team. Okay, advisory team. So these people and all there, and at the same time, the main key business users, the guys who perform the VAT testing. So they will test them, their confidence, whether you guys are good with this, all the requirement, what testing you have done, whether you are getting the proper output from the application, you are happy with the results or not. They will check. So they will take the feedback from all the business users. Then after that, they will they will give a confirmation to us. Yes, we are going to go live so on so date. So let's assume maybe March 3rd we are going to live. Then we can start doing the cutover plan and cutover activities. So like, so we can freeze the configuration. So then if any new requirements it is coming at this stage, we will not take it up. So in the hypercare, we will take that extra requirements or anything, it will come. So now we will prepare the cutover strategy plan. So cutover strategy plan means, there we have all the models related configuration. So who is responsible for which task, from which country is there, what time zone you will complete that activity. So we have a individual task based plan to configure the data so that we cannot miss the single setup in the production, and we have a specified time frame. Then accordingly we will do the cutover activities, like we have to do the configuration in the production environment. Okay. So then after that, we can do the pre-go live activities, all the connections, all the user access, integration related access, any service related access. So everything they will check it from the internally. Then after that, so on so date, they will announce the go live. Like as in our case, it's a March 3rd is the go live. So then we will, I mean, client side users and client side team, they will announce the go live. Then the project will be completed. So now after go live, the users are booking the transactions. Okay. So this is the whole process. It will happen in the implementation phase. Okay. So once the implementation is done, go live is announced. The business users have started booking the transaction for all financial model from March 3rd onwards. Okay. So this is the implementation project, guys. So now after implementation, now we announce the go live. Business users have start booking the transaction. Now they are getting the issues. Okay. In the production instance, so we will resolve the production issues. Like they whenever they are booking the transaction, they may get these kind of errors, like users not able to create the payable invoice, not able to submit the purchase orders, user not able to run the accounting process, user not able to make the payment to the suppliers. Next, report output is not showing in the correctly. Okay, these are all the issues which may come across in the support project. So for these support related issues, what the business users will do, So once go live is done, we are there in a hypercare. Then after hypercare, 1 month will be there hypercare. Then it will go to the normal support team. So from there, these activities it will start. Now in this support project, so these business users, whenever they get the issue state, they have a ticketing tools. So to raise the incident or support tickets, we have a Zoho Bug Tracker, Jira, or else we have a service now. So by using this any one kind of ticketing tool, depends on their budget and they will raise the ticket with our finance team, so consultant. So like if you see from Infi side, we have a support members. From GL side, we have a Krishna. AP side, we have Siva. AR side, we have a Madhu. FA side, we have a Lakshmi. Cash management, we have a Banu. Okay, so the business users, whenever they are getting the respective tickets from their model, they will raise a ticket by selecting by taking the Jira ticket, they will raise, and there they will select and assign that ticket to respective team members based on the issues which they are getting from models. So what are the model? If they are getting AP related issues, they will assign to Siva. If they are getting AR related issues, they'll assign to Madhu. If they are getting the FA related issues, the business users select the Lakshmi. So if it is cash management GL related, that respective business users, they will assign that ticket to these people. So then once the incidents they will receive from the business users, they will debug themselves, or else they will connect with the business users for more clarity. They will take the screen pins, issue logs, TXT logs, then they will do the analysis. Once the analysis done, if the uh, support team member, support guy, if he couldn't able to resolve it, he can reach out to the Oracle, then he can get the resolution accordingly. He will fix the issue, or else he can able to debug the issues and he can provide the fix for that error and he can resolve the issues. So this is an ongoing process in a 365 days. Once the project went for go live, the support we will get, keep on issues we will get until we are using the product for the respective customer. It's an ongoing support as usual. Okay. So that is we will do in a support project. Okay. So next, let's assume uh, after go live, we used almost 6 months. We done the operations for John Deere US country with the all transactions we booked in a latest ERP Oracle Fusion. Now the product got stabilized. We are not getting much issues. Now we are good in the product wise. Our users also they have very strong knowledge and hands-on experience and application wise. Then after 6 months, then they decided to implement the Oracle Fusion for financials for the rest of the regions, rest of the countries. So that's where we can call it as a rollout project. So the very first when you implement the Oracle Fusion first time, so here it is an implementation project. But once you started giving the same set of solution for remaining countries, it will be go for a rollout project. So if you see here rollout project, so here it won't take much time. So it may take maximum 3 months duration for each country. The reason the scratch level implementation we already completed for US. So what is the requirement? What naming convention we should do? What setups we have? So most of the configuration related requirement we done for a US. So here also the John Deere tractor they are doing the tractors manufacturing JCBs or most whatever it may be agriculture related the solution and all they are giving that related vehicles only they are manufacturing. So the same set of business they have operations in India also. So in this case, the requirement remains same. It will be changed only country specific requirement that I will tell you later. Okay, so this is the case. We are not going to do the in detail requirement again from scratch to for each business wise. It's not required because the nature of business what we are manufacturing in US, the same vehicles manufacturing, tractors manufacturing we are doing in India also. In this case, it won't take much time. The solution we already know, only country related specific that we will focus it. So now that is the reason why rollout projects it won't take much per country. It may take 3 months, max 4 months, worst case 5 months. Okay, if it is a very bad big customer. So now, in this case, so the very first we have to do the same requirement gathering. We'll do designing, configuration, build, testing, CRP session, UAT, pre-go live activities, post-go live activities, everything we will do. But when we are doing the requirement gathering, these points we have to keep in mind for country-specific requirement. That could be calendar. Yes, US they will follow Jan to December, but India, if we are implementing, we should follow April to March. US they have a VAT, India we have a GST. So their currency is USD, our currency is in India, it's INR. Naming convention will be different, accounting part will be different. So here we have to follow as per Indian accounting standards, we have to record the Jandi, their accounting system, then the accounting transactions. But here they will follow US GAAP. So these kind of country specific related requirement will be changed in a rollout project when you are doing the other country for the same client. So that we will focus it, then we will sort it out. Then we have a same set of solutions for US, same configuration, BR100, the design document, everything we will copy to India. Wherever the changes have done, that we can update in the latest design documents, that we will give it to the user. And yes, here also we will conduct the UAT sessions, CRP sessions, go live activities, pre-go live activities, go no go sessions. It's a common only. Okay. So now once the everything it is set up, everything it will be placed. So here also, once they will satisfy with all business users in the UAT, so they will take a go no go session. Then accordingly, we will announce the go live in a for a India region. Okay. So here also say once the go live is done. So again from Infosys side, these guys having the support for India region also. So the respective users by using the any kind of this ticketing tool, they will raise the ticket whenever they are getting these kind of issues. So again, it will once the go live is done, it will go to the normal support zone. I mean, it will move to the hypercare. From there, it will go to the supporting project again. This country also. These people will handle the support related tickets. That could be any issues. So as usual, after rollout project, it went to go live. Again, it will move to the support project only. That is all about rollout. Okay. So already solution we implemented very first US, the same set of solutions, mostly 80% or 90% we will map it to, we will map to the new country, another country called India. So only country specific related things we have to be very focused. Accordingly, we can update the all design document, solution document, configuration document. Then accordingly, we'll perform the remaining activities like CRP1, UAT, pre-go live activities, post-go live activities, testing part, anything. It is as usual same only. So then after that, we have an enhancement project. Okay. So enhancement project means it's always we are expecting the new features. So whenever we implement the, I mean, Oracle Fusion for any country for the first time, so few features they may not available. Okay, so that it will, I mean that requirement it will we will come from the business users. They may want new fields adding in the page, some page customization, reporting capability improvement, new fields they want to add it to deleting or adding the logos. Next, form level changes, accounting process improvement, page colors, new functionalities. So let's take an in page level customization if they want new fields. Whenever they're creating the supplier for India, they want to see uh, the respective GST number, PAN number, TAN number in the supply screen. So whenever we took the license for the first time, we will never get these fields. So based on the business users requirement, we have to add the those three new fields for a any supplier if we are creating in the India region, like TAN number, GST number, PAN number. So these fields are not available. Okay, sorry. So these fields we have to add it in the application. So these things and all it will taken care by the enhancement project team. So they are always working on the new requirement. They have to raise the SR and they have to do the some customization with the technical team, integration team, whether it could be form level changes or a any specific custom requirement related integration. So these things under we will done in a enhancement project. So it's a simple. So if you buy any Nexon car in the Tata car, you may bought the mid variant. So for the mid variant, you don't have any proper music system. You don't have any power windows or any fog lights or any recliners, something. So in this case, so by going to the Dakar Auto Car Dakar shop, there you will add that new features whatever you want. So here also say whenever we took the application from the first time, we may not get the all the features as a standard product from the Oracle. So based on the country specific and based on the business requirement, by doing the customization, that new features, new functionality, we will adapt and we will add to the existing application. So those things and all it will happen in the enhancement project. Okay. Next, we have a testing project. So testing project, there is no specific testing project. I mean, we have a testing project, but it is very minimal. If it is an insurance-based client, banking client, some hospitality-related clients, if it is in a very big conglomerate companies like GE, Siemens, MTN, so where there are very big customers, HSBC, Wells Fargo. So okay, so these kind of big customers they will maintain a separate testing project. The reason they will not take the risk, they have enough money for the funding for that respective project. Simply they will not test on the fly and they will not deploy the any fix in the production environment. So if it is an insurance company or a banking client, if any issues are arised without proper testing, so that entire business operations will be impacted. So they will face many hits from the customers if they are getting any errors. So that is the reason why they will not take the risk. They will follow the process. If you want fix one testing, if you want to do the proper testing for one fix, it may take 10 days, 15 days also, they will wait. Once the appropriate testing is done by the tester, then only that change they will move to the respective environment. Main banking clients, let's take HSBC, they have a separate team maximum. They will not do the configurator. If in case A person is done the configuration, B person has to do the testing, whether the config is properly working or not, the functionality is fixed, it is working or not. So they will not take the risk. So in this case, that big customers, they will maintain a separate testing team to do the testing. It could be rollout related testing, implementation related testing, any enhancement related testing. As usual, transactions we have like BA changes, CRs, FRs, finance requirement, business change requirement, enhancements. Okay, normal config related changes, CRs. So these related changes and all keep on we are getting to test that changes that fixes. Yes, they will maintain a separate testing team. Until unless these big customers or if you are working for normal customers and all, they will never maintain any separate team to do the testing. They will not maintain a testing project also. The configuration, the guy who done the consultant, he has to do the testing himself in every project, in every stage. In rollout, if you are doing, yes, you have to test yourself. If you are doing implementation, yes, you have to test yourself. But testing, it will be there in every project, in every process, in everywhere. They may call it as a testing project. Few people they may not call it as a testing project. But if you want to maintain a separate team for testing, it will be happen only big customers like HSBC, Wells Fargo, GE, MTN, all the big customers. Okay, sorry. Yeah. So this is all about types of projects in our Oracle Fusion. Okay. So I hope I explained very clearly. So if you like this video, please give a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe YouTube channel, connect YouTube channel for more and more quality education. Thank you guys. Have a good day.